episode of our podcast. I'm Zach,
Hi, Bob.
and we're here to have fun and talk about beer. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit that bell for notifications, and check out our Instagram page as well. It's Beers with Bros, but with a Z instead of a S. Apparently, somebody took the one with the S, so we got screwed out of it. But welcome to our second episode.
Welcome.
Today, we're going to go over a couple things. Going to talk about best beer cities to go to for a beer trip. We've been on several of them, so I think we have a little bit of knowledge on that topic. But I think one of the first things that we want to talk about today, um, just some current events, some recent news going on in the world right now. Um, so I know that Bob and I both grew up listening to Ozzy Osbourne's music. Um, Tragic passing. We know that obviously the man lived a great life. And he's been in the music industry since the 70s. Black Sabbath's first album came out in 1970. Um, Means a lot to me. It was our dad loved Ozzy Osbourne's music, Black Sabbath's music. I think I have
He
a
was
couple albums.
more Black Sabbath than he was Ozzy, but
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
I think there's a couple Sabbath albums that we have here down in the basement right now. So
no.
um, you have to pull those out and give them a listen. I'm about 97% sure we have an original copy of War Pigs. Um, Actually, it's Paranoid, not War Pigs, is
Yeah.
the album, but War Pigs was on that record. So,
So
um,
yeah. So so,
other,
so tough
but
week for Xers and elder millennials,
yeah,
um, because Ozzy was a big influence on Xers and the elder millennials because we're pretty close,
yeah,
and then today we also got hit with Hulk Hogan, which and if you're around our age, when you're a kid, Saturday morning after cartoons, what came on? WWE. So, so Zach, can you give me your best Hulk Hogan?
I was not prepared for this at all. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm going to show you my 35-inch pipes, and you're going to know what it can
That's
do when the
Pythons,
Hulk's
man.
coming for you. You Hulkamaniacs.
Hulkamania's gonna run through on you.
So take
Yeah.
your vitamins, boys and girls.
Oh yeah, man. Dude was on everything back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. He was he was a great hero. He was an okay heel. Um, and then then he just started making movies. The guy was he's at he had some little slip ups later on with some extramarital stuff, but overall, the guy was as our age. He was an icon,
Yeah.
absolute icon. He
Yep.
I mean, there would be no Rock, there would be no John Cena if there was not a Hulk Hogan.
And there would be no rock music, metal music without Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh,
So,
absolutely, absolutely.
um, two definite icons in the world that we lost,
Yeah,
and we just wanted to give a quick shout out to them and to their families. I know we both of us obviously know that that's a difficult thing. Um, just based on our life experience, losing our father a few years ago. So, um, yeah, we know how rough that can be and how big of an influence people you've never even met can have on you. I just remember that, you know, 91, 1991, I think I would have been 7 years old maybe at the time. We got the No More Tears album on a CD. It was one of the first CDs we ever had. And just, listening to that on repeat and still to this day, Road to Nowhere is one of my favorite songs.
I have to go. I'm a little older, so I'm gonna have to go with "Bark at the Moon" as being my favorite.
That is a good one. I actually listened to that earlier today, so I've had an Ozzy playlist going here the
That
last
is,
couple of days.
that is a hell of an album. There's no skips on that album.
Yep, definitely. I mean, even his, more recent work, um, I'm not a huge fan of his more recent work, but some of the collaborations he did with some of the biggest stars in the game
Yeah.
right now. I mean, Post
Let,
Malone,
he just came out with that "Let Me Hear You Scream," and I thought that was pretty
yeah,
solid.
yeah,
I mean
um,
that's I mean it I mean, you know what, we're not getting any poetry awards or anything like that, but that's a I mean that's a crank it up and drive 70 miles per hour, well probably a little faster, but but that's going to be one of those songs that make you put your foot down a little bit further on the pedal when you hear it on your in your car.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, that's just something we wanted to touch on, wanted to talk about quickly and discuss with everybody. So, um, I hope everybody out there that has been a fan of Ozzy and
Yeah.
a fan of Hulk Hogan, everybody's doing okay. I know it's been a tough week
Mm.
with all the losses, and then also within the past week, um, I'm drawing a blank, but guy that was in the Cosby Show,
Oh,
what he played Theo in the Cosby Show.
yeah, drown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
While the
So
bottle was in the pool, that's got to be tough.
yeah, so just everybody stay tough out there, stay strong. Anybody that needs help,
Hey,
please get the help that
just
you need for
just
anything.
just good memories, man.
Yeah,
Good memories. So,
absolutely.
so on to more fun stuff. Let's so we wanted to talk about beer trips. This is just I mean this is something that we started doing and it's been just great fun. It's something that we do on a regular basis. Um, we've done it. We've done it a bunch of different ways. We've gone to a bunch of different places. Um, and the first thing we really want to talk about is if you're going to do a beer trip, some things to keep in mind, some things that we've learned to make it a little better for yourself. We've done everything, and and we've made all the mistakes. And when it was all said and done on the after end of it, it's just something that we make fun of each other about.
Yeah.
So, um, our second was it our second beer trip?
Which one are you talking about?
Columbus.
That
Third beer.
was third. That was third.
Third beer trip. I thought it was a second. Our our third beer trip, we went to Columbus and we and 100% Verbo or one of those absolutely 100% suggest doing that. That way you're in a house and you can mingle and you're not in separate rooms and whatnot. But I absolutely suggest that. But this was a one bedroom for four guys, and and one person sleeping on a couch, one person sleeping on a love seat, and Zach on a blow up mattress in the middle of the kitchen floor.
Yeah, that kept deflating.
Yeah, and probably not the best situation. It was right in the middle of where all the breweries were, but probably not one of the things that you want to look at. That so I mean, but we make fun of Zach because he's the one who reserved it. We
Yeah.
still make fun of him to this day. But so I mean, maybe we can go through a couple of these, and Zach, you can toss some in. Just our knowledge, our wisdom from making a whole bunch of mistakes. But the first thing I think of is if you're going on a beer trip, do your research.
Yeah.
Um, you could
100%.
go, yeah, you could go to the best brewery city in the country and the world and spend most of your time at mediocre breweries. And you would think, how is this the best brewery in the country? It's because you went to the wrong breweries. You didn't do your research.
Yeah.
On the other end, you could go to one that's horrible and happen to go to the best ones that they have there, and you think, oh, that's pretty solid. But do your research and not only look at so I'm I kind of nerd out on this. So when I'm doing this, I start making spreadsheets. And I start looking at every brewery, and I'm looking at it on Untappd, I'm looking at it on Google, and I'm looking at it on Beer Advocate, and I'm looking at the ratings. and then I put those all out and I average them and then I rank them and then so and then we start making a lineup of and then I start looking at also geography or like where are these things what's close and start trying to group them together and so then we start making some sort of route of where we're going to go, but you always want to make sure the top three, four, five breweries that they're somewhere on your list.
Yeah.
Where you go beyond that, but yeah, don't waste your time at breweries that are all the way at the bottom of the list. If you do any kind of, I mean, it doesn't matter. Maybe if you just go to Google only or Yelp only or Beer Advocate only, you can easily get a list or rank them out or see what they look like, and don't spend your time at breweries that are rated, under 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Spend your time more on those 3.5, 3.75 plus. And so, we kind of on occasion we've kind of tried to power through like everything. and, and, and that's kind of a mistake also. So I mean, do your research so that you can really spend your time at the top level. The nice thing I like about Bear Advocate, it ranks it on. It has separate things. It has not only the beers, but it also has the atmosphere as well. So people
Yep.
can go and rank both. So you can look at both, and so know that sometimes you do go. There's these places that have great beers, but there's nothing there. It's a warehouse,
Yeah. Yep.
uh, and that's fine. Just realize that's what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing that Zach and we've talked about this already. I'll let you go ahead and talk about that. Like not only research the top breweries, but also you know what they brew there.
Yeah. So you want to be cognizant of the type of beer you like. I mean, if you're the type of person that enjoys any kind of beer, no matter what it is, um,
Just
you
hit the
know,
top ones.
yeah, just hit the
Easy.
best breweries. If you specifically like, IPAs or lagers or stouts or sours, you want to make sure you stay with those breweries that are in line. The thing
Or
is
on
that
the opposite end, yeah. If you don't like
yeah,
sours or
yep,
stouts, yeah,
exactly.
and that's what
So
they're known for. Even if they're the top rated brewery, you don't want to go to a place that's all IPAs if you think IPAs are disgusting.
yeah,
So
and you're looking for a well-rounded overall brewery and the experience when taking a trip. Obviously, if there's certain styles of beer that you like more than others, you're probably going to like a brewery that leans more towards that. If you're picking, the top breweries that are out there, a lot of those sites now you can search by type of beer as well. So you can search for breweries that are just making the top IPAs or stouts or sours or whatever it may be, and opposite you know to stay away from those if that's not something you enjoy.
mhm.
Just because some breweries will get a bad rap that they're not good because they specialize in a certain beer type, but you got people going there that know that that's not their style of brewery in the first place. That's not their style of beer that they like. So
Yeah, yeah. Don't
that's not
go.
good.
Yeah, don't go to a sour or meadery or something like that if that's just not what you dig.
Yeah, and you don't want in the beer community, you don't want breweries getting a bad rap just because it's not your style of beer. Like it's something you don't like doesn't mean that someone else isn't going to enjoy it. Again, I'm not a big fan of sours. We talked about this in the last episode. But that doesn't mean there's not millions of people out there who love sours.
Yeah,
So
there's multiple breweries out there that they're almost 100% sours.
yeah, exactly. And then there's breweries that are going to have a much bigger focus on their IPAs. That they're focusing on their IPAs. They're going to be brewing mostly IPAs. They might have a few other styles of beers out there too,
Mhm.
but a lot of breweries are going to be more rounded now than what
Yeah.
they used to be. They're not focusing on one style. They're
Well,
making
there's
something
some.
for everybody.
Yeah, there's some out there that are high gravity as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and you don't see anything under 7.5.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah. I
if
mean, we've
yeah, if you're that person that doesn't like to drink a 9 percenter or a 12 percenter, yeah, don't go to the high gravity place because
yeah.
again, it's not their fault. That's what they're making. That's what they put out there. That typically they put it on their website,
Yeah,
Don't go there and bag on the brewery because it's like, oh geez, everything here is 12%.
yeah,
That's your fault for not doing the research.
yep. I agree. I completely agree with that.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, it's just doing your research, paying attention to what you like, um, being aware of what's around it, in case you want to do other things besides just go to breweries if you're taking a trip. I mean,
yeah.
are there, you know, sports parks, any sporting teams in that city? Are there any monuments you can go to, any parks you can go walk
Yeah, if you
around?
want to do some hiking or something.
Yeah, I mean, are there restaurants around that area that you're going to enjoy, or something different you've never tried before?
Well, one of the
Um,
things that I mentioned also that I like beer, the reason I like Beer Advocate because they talk about atmosphere and beer. If you
yeah,
look at Google, it doesn't really tell you much of anything. Sometimes there's a review on there, but it's just an overall rating.
yeah,
You look at Untapped, it's just straight. It's just the beer ratings. Um, Beer Advocate, you get a little bit like sometimes people will go in and rate the atmosphere specifically, so you can also know if there's stuff to do at the brewery.
yeah,
So, which has always kind of been a big thing for Zach and I. We like to go to places where they got some cornhole or pool or the foosball. Um, so we
yeah,
like to we like to do something while we're there instead of just, I mean we like to sit around and talk and rate beers and do our do our flights and taste everything, um, but we do like to kind of stay active and have something to do while we're there also.
yeah.
So
And I mean, the other thing to pay attention to now, especially with some of the things that are going on in the beer world right now in breweries, if your family, if you have children, to pay attention to, if there's a certain cutoff in times that children can be there. That's a new thing that some breweries are actually moving towards being adult only. There's one in Cleveland now that has moved to 21 plus only. No children are allowed there whatsoever. And I understand that from a perspective of, a single guy that just wants to go to a brewery, sit down, have a drink, and, you know, enjoy my beer. Maybe watch TV if there's sports on TV or something. But on the other side of that too, Bob, you can speak to this because you have kids, and it's not like you just stopped going to breweries or anything when you had kids. Um, that you want to be able to still do the things that you enjoy when you have a family. So they're
it's
just
very different. It's very different now because when my kids are younger, it seemed like you go to a brewery and there was no kids there.
yeah,
You go anywhere now, it's a whole family thing. You
yeah,
got the dog, you got your kids, and there's typically activities for kids to do, and you got the parents. I mean, it's like a whole family affair at a lot of these places. But just realize, yeah, if you're going to some of these, it might be romper room. A little bit of older reference there. Sorry for the people who are a little younger. It's like a daycare, some of these joints, and
yeah,
yeah, so you might have to put up with a kid crying or something. But hey,
yeah,
drink another beer and don't think about it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's you know for me, I would prefer going to a brewery that you don't have to worry about that.
Uh-huh.
But I can understand the other side of it too, where if you have children, you still want to go out and have a
Yeah.
drink. But I think a lot of breweries are doing this just because it gets to the point where the kids are unsupervised, right? That's I've done some reading on this in the last week, and a lot of breweries are doing it because the parents are there having a beer and just letting their kids run free to an extent.
Oh my God,
Um,
50 West around down here. Yeah, they do sand volleyball and they
yeah,
do. There's a lot of stuff there, and you got kids like I mean, it's like going to the beach. You got kids that take over the volleyball court and they're on there making sandcastles and whatnot. So I mean, if you're the type of person that you're like, hey, I want to have a beer and maybe go play some volleyball, it's impossible. But
yeah. I
the other
think I think
side
the
of it
thing is too that a lot of these
yeah,
places that are doing 21 plus only are just breweries. Where you
yeah,
have you have 50 West that's a restaurant as well, right? They have
yeah.
food, they serve food. they
Yeah,
have events for kids. It's not just
I,
designed or advertised as an
yeah,
adult only
I
thing.
think that's a decent business model. Also, I mean, you got young parents that are. I mean, they don't want to just be crammed up in the house. You got someplace you can go and hang out, and your kids can go have something to do, and you can vaguely keep an eye on them because they're entertained doing whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, is someone who's maybe that on the other side of that, that's the single person. It might be a bit of a pain. But
yeah,
again, yeah, do your research.
yep,
The other thing I think of is when you're going on a beer trip, I think you really kind of need to look at the group that you're traveling with. I think there's a couple different things there. Number one is it a cohesive type of group? The funny thing is like our first trip, I kind of threw people together.
yeah,
Um, I have my neighbor who likes to drink. I have my brother-in-law who likes to drink beer, and I have Zach who likes to drink beer. And I just asked them all if they wanted to go, and they
yeah.
all
And that basically stemmed from you taking a work trip there.
yeah, they all
So
knew me. They all knew me, but no one knew each other.
yeah,
But from my sense, I knew everyone was sort of laid back, and everyone would probably get along. Um, Zach, I think that's the first time you met Neil and Pat.
no, I had met Pat before just from being at your house,
Yeah, but it
but
maybe
I hadn't met Neil before that. Yeah,
yeah. So it's I think that's something you really kind of need to look at is the makeup, and is it all guys or is it going to be wives or girlfriends involved as well? And then when you go with that, that's huge because now you got to start looking at, oh, we're bringing the wives in, but do the wives get along? So
yep.
and
Yeah, and it's not just that too. Do the wives just want to drink beer? Do they want to have some other stops in there?
yeah,
Because there's tons of wineries out there too,
yeah,
and there's a lot of women that love to drink beer, but there's a lot of women that love to drink wine too.
yeah.
I don't
And
mind
there's
drinking a
some
wine
that's
every
a
now and
combo.
then.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some that are combos.
and that's like when we did your birthday trip to the
Mhm.
Cleveland area,
Yeah.
right? We worked in those other things that weren't just breweries. We went to a few wineries. We went to some breweries that had food that were kid
Hmm.
friendly. We went to some breweries that only were breweries.
Yeah.
Like Bob said, it's about doing the research. It's about finding what you want to do, what you like, who's going to be there.
Hmm.
All of those aspects go into
Yeah.
it. So
Now, what we didn't consider in that is that there were some sisters involved, and sisters that sometimes get at each other.
yeah, well,
They were fine most of the time, but there was a little bit of static, and so
that was kinda early on, though. I mean, I think once everybody had a few drinks and got loosened up, we were
yeah,
good.
absolutely, absolutely, and
So,
that was overall a good time.
yeah.
Um, so so
Yeah, and
yeah,
check
so,
out our Instagram,
yeah.
you can see some photos, from some of our beer trips out there.
So,
So,
but yeah, I think absolutely 100% you need to look at the group that you're going with and just make sure that there's some sort of that there's gonna be some sort of a match up there.
yep,
Um, yeah, if you have people that are very very controlling and people that are laid back or people that like just don't, hey, I don't want to have to do all this, I want to just kind of do whatever. Um, something you just kind of have to look at who's being involved, and again, it's not necessarily that you know good or bad. It's just sometimes personalities just don't necessarily always mesh.
yeah,
Um, so from that, I think we already talked about. I think not only take advantage of location when you're looking at the city, but I also think looking at as you're driving in, and this is something that we've done on multiple occasions. Um, if there's a city on the way there
yep.
that is a good place to stop. Uh, Here's one that actually I went to that that you didn't go to is Azul. I did this on the way to Black Mountain, which is Asheville area. Which I don't know if you call it's on the back. There's
Well, I
actually a
mean,
really cool back. The
oh,
T-shirt.
like some Galaga stuff going on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Neat.
yeah. So it was Zool. Zool is a hell of a brewery.
And that's
Uh,
XUL Zool, right?
Yeah, like think of
Like there is no Dana, only Zool.
yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Number one movie the month I was born.
Yeah. So
Ghostbusters for anybody who didn't get that
and
reference.
and 100% of the time I could not stop saying that, and I think it did annoy some people. But they make
You
this
know, we had
peanut.
a beer from there at one of the Christmas parties, right?
Yeah, they make a peanut butter jelly beer that is amazing. That it tastes like eating a peanut or drinking a peanut butter and jelly
Peanut butter
sandwich.
jelly sandwich. Yeah,
Is
we had that the one Christmas party at your house. We had a beer from Zool that was like 17%. It was a
Yeah.
stout.
Oh
But I
yeah.
mean that was
It's
later in the day, so
it's just yeah, the stuff that they make there is just absolutely crazy.
yeah.
But anyhow, take advantage of the location, and it's so not only on the way there, but as you're there, if there's some cities around that are cool, like you might want to take a day trip.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean perfect example of that is when we went to Grand Rapids, right? We stopped at Kalamazoo.
mhm.
Um a lot of breweries in Kalamazoo area as well as Grand
And
Rapids. I
and then
mean,
we took a day and we took the morning and went to Holland.
went to Holland, yeah. So,
Holland,
I mean, Holland's about an hour drive from Grand Rapids, right?
uh, and
We
it
were
was
packed in Pat's little car.
super cool on Holland.
Oh yeah, right on the lake.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Kalamazoo. Speaking of that, just we'll reference a brewery real quick. Um, oh, but there you got Bell's. So what I am currently drinking right now, that tropical hop slam from Bell's. Thanks, Chad. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's brews like that. I mean, you got what Bell's is there. You have is there's some wineries right around there as well. I think.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you got what else is in that area?
Grand
Uh,
Rapids is kind of a cool city. I mean, they got a hockey team there. They got they if in the summertime, don't they have a minor league baseball team? They have I think they might have a minor league basketball team as well. But they have a couple different things there. They have sporting events. They have all kinds of hiking. It's very big on biking in that area.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even even Kalamazoo that we stopped in, right? You have Bell's there. They have their
Yeah.
cafe there, so they had
Oh my
food and
God,
all of
Bell's
that.
looks so cool. We went there and it was lunchtime, but they had like a concert hall. Um,
They have the store, the general store that's outside that just they sell brewing products, right? So they
yeah,
sell hops, they sell malt,
it
they
looked
sell
like
everything you
you
need to get started brewing.
super cool to go there at nighttime, especially if they had a band in their outside
Yeah,
stage area there, but amphitheater or whatever the heck you want to call it.
yeah,
But yeah, it was super cool brewery, and it just happened to be on the way.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. So anytime you're traveling, right? If you're driving somewhere, just check out the path, right? If you're
Yeah.
going through any cities now, I mean, there's so many breweries out there that in Ohio we have roughly 400 breweries. Other states have more, obviously. I think California is pushing 1,000 now.
Yeah. Well,
So
and on the way back from Nashville, we decided to stop in Kentucky. We walked closer. It was a little bit more off the beaten path than what we
oh
thought
yeah,
of. But we
yeah,
stopped at Maker's Mark just to go check it out.
yeah. I mean, it's just the experience to see a full on distillery like that and the operations and all of the they grow all their own herbs on site to make their bourbons. It
Well,
was
they have a spring
crazy.
right there that they get the water right out of,
Yep.
and
Um, you know,
even coming up on it just to see all those what the heck are they called, the barreling houses.
yeah, yeah, just completely painted black and all the windows are blacked out. Just
Uh,
as you're driving through those areas, it's crazy to see that. Just basically giant barns almost that are just black.
and we saw a famous goat.
Yeah, we saw the goat. It is the goat, just chained to a friggin' rail, the side of the road, just
I have
chilling.
no idea what that's all about, but there's a goat on a random highway in Kentucky, and it's somehow famous.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently
We,
everybody knows this goat.
yeah, we were thinking about getting it, but
Yeah. I had the rental car then, so we were afraid it was gonna tear up
That'd,
the inside of the rental car.
that'd have been awesome, dude, if you would have got the insurance.
I did not get the insurance because it was an insurance claim.
Okay, so so then so the other thing I kind of talked about this, but not only research but plan. Put some sort of plan together. Where you want, where you want to go, how you're going to get to these. Again, you start ranking your breweries and figuring out here's the ones we want to go. How long are we here? How are we going to get to these? How many breweries can we do a day? What's really realistic? Um,
Can you drive? Can you walk? Do you have to Uber? All
yeah,
of those things come into play. Obviously, if you're going to 6, 7, 8 breweries in a day, you're probably not going to want to drive. So, are
yeah,
you in an area that has access to Uber, Lyft, any of those platforms?
yeah,
Are you within walking distance?
yeah.
We've done that where we've essentially walked everywhere
Oh
in a
my God!
city.
But the one time it was a lot further walk than we thought it was when we were in
Columbus.
Dayton. Remember, we went to Fifth Street Brewery, and then we were going back to Toxic, and it was just like, oh my God, it was
Oh
like,
God, yeah, that was. Well,
and
what we hit.
it must have been 90 degrees.
That was awful. Well, we walked a lot when we were in Columbus too.
Yeah,
I mean, that was in the middle of summer, but we had probably 30 breweries within a 5-mile radius of where we were, if not more than that.
walked a lot in Asheville as well.
Yeah, the thing about Asheville though is it seems like even though it's not, everything is uphill
Yeah, yeah. But
there.
we could see like 30% of the breweries from our condo we were in.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we just rented a condo. You get enough people, rent out a nice Airbnb or Verbo or whatever it
Yeah,
is, and it ends up being the same price as what a hotel would cost you, and you have your own living space, cooking space, things like that.
yeah, yeah,
We had an elevator in our condo.
yeah. That was awesome. So the other thing that goes with planning is be flexible. Don't If you're going to go on a brewery trip, you know that there's going to be some people that are going to drink, and they're going to probably drink a little bit more than maybe they should. And at some point or another, they're going to want to do something that wasn't on the plan. Or you might even just go to a brewery that this brewery is super freaking cool. We're staying here a lot longer than we thought we were going to. Sierra Nevada, for instance, that is
We
the
spent like 4 hours at that place.
that is the freaking beer mecca. I mean, I don't know that. I mean, by all means, it is not the best brewery as far as beer goes in the Asheville area.
I mean,
Um,
it's not bad beer, but it's definitely not the best beer in the
but
Asheville
no,
area.
there's really good breweries in Asheville, and Sierra Nevada has very solid beer.
They do,
Um,
they do.
I
But
mean,
the experience of that place,
yeah,
just being surrounded by
atmosphere, yeah,
people
it
that
is.
love beer,
It
being able
is,
to
yeah,
walk right up to the river and have a live band playing behind you, and you be all the way at the other side of the property, and there's still a food truck right beside you to get food if you want food
yeah.
or order
It is.
beer.
It is like they made a house of worship or a compound of worship for beer.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, they have self-guided tours just to walk through and see their facility. You can see a room just filled with hops. Where else are you going to go that you just get to see an entire room filled with hops?
yeah, and I actually went on the tour on another occasion, and
Yeah.
they let us actually get hops and go like this and smell our hands, and it's phenomenal when you go on the tour as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean pale ale, by I think, and then hazy whatever, or no,
Hazy
little, I'm sorry,
little.
little thing or little whatever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hazy little thing, hoppy little thing, all the little things are very good beers. But
I would go for a torpedo.
yeah, Torpedo's a very good beer. But it Burial
Absolutely.
is not. It's not even close to Burial.
Speaking of burial, shout out to them for everybody knows about the tragedy that happened in the Asheville area with the hurricane. Um, Burial was one of the few places that still remained open throughout most of that situation, and they donated so much to the Asheville area. and they had free food pantries. They
Hmm.
were giving out free food just to help the people in that area. That's it's very unfortunate what happened to that area because it's it's a beautiful area in the first
Yeah.
place. Just in the mountains.
Now,
Um,
Sierra Nevada, also for that, they were um, they were actually canning water
yep, yep,
because they already had water. They already had a source of water. They just weren't making beer. They were just putting water in cans and then distributing that out so people could have water.
yeah. Yeah, I
So
mean that's the thing. A lot of the breweries just got together and were like, "Hey, we need to do something," and they work together. It's a very tight knit community there.
yeah,
Um, for those that don't know, Sierra Nevada is roughly 40 minutes south of Asheville.
yeah,
It's not right in Asheville, but still, they were hit hard by that situation. So, um, big shout out to all the breweries in that area
yeah,
that banded together for that difficult situation.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so what was I saying? So what I was saying, the other side of it is be flexible. It's that thing that like when you make a plan, God laughs. Um, when you make a plan, a drunk person laughs at you as well.
Yeah,
Uh, so realize if you're saying, okay, we're going to 8 breweries a day, it might
that could end up being four, or it could
it,
end up being 12.
it
I
could
mean,
absolutely be
you go to
flexible.
a brewery, you have one beer that you absolutely hate, and you're just like, I don't like this place. I don't like the vibe. I don't like what's
And
going
you're
on.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, we've been to places like that, and then on the other side of it, we've been to places that we're like, we're staying here for
yeah.
hours.
Well, and
I
then
mean,
sometimes you have someone who someone like Zach and I are we're a bit of ADHD, and so
a bit
we could see something that's shiny
squirrel.
and be like, hey, we need to go there. It's not on the plan. Well, we need to go there.
You got to watch out though, because Bob will almost kill you when he's driving a car.
so,
So the
so
lights in North Carolina are very odd, is what we're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. So another thing also reminded me of that if you're doing that 8, 9, 10 breweries in a day, you got to think that if you're doing a pint at each one of those, that's a lot of alcohol to consume. Realize half pours and
Water.
flights are your friend, and
Yep.
water. So
Yep.
make sure as you're going through here, um, a couple of these I did half pours everywhere I went, and my day was just so much better than when I'm freaking trying to pound pints.
Yeah.
And and
And you
everyone's
get to
like,
just try more. You get to
yeah,
explore your taste a little bit more too.
yeah, especially
Um,
with if you do flights. Um, I've had where I've had pints and everybody's, oh, we're ready to go, and I'm like, oh shit,
I'm only
and then
halfway done with my beer. Got to pound it.
yeah, and you do that at a couple of breweries, then all of a sudden you don't know what the hell's going on. so, uh, just remember half pours and
Pace
flights.
yourself.
Half
It's not
pours.
it's not a race.
That's the big thing. Yeah, it's not a race, but and it's okay if you drink half your pint and you leave it there. Uh,
Or you
realize,
have somebody like me that'll be like, "You're not going to drink that. I'll drink it." Can't
yeah,
leave a half beer on the table.
realize you're going to a lot of places. You're doing a marathon here. It's not a
Yep.
sprint.
You got to think
So
about that too. If you're in an area where you're going to be doing a lot of walking to these places too, keep that in mind too, because you have a break there. Get a water. Like, see if they
yes,
have to go cups of water, and take some water with you while you're walking, or have a bottle of water with you. An aluminum bottle that you can refill at these places. Most of the breweries out there are going to give you water.
yeah.
It's not something they're going to be like, oh, that's a $5
Well,
water.
yeah. Most of them have just some sort of water in a
Yeah,
barrel or something.
and it's gonna be good water too. Bob, you're frozen.
Uh, and just realize your plan that you put together completely be scrapped, and just realize what you're there for. Right?
Yeah.
Is just to have fun. So if you spend 4 hours at one place, if you spend 20 minutes at another place, if you go to four breweries, if you go to 12 breweries, plan because it makes things better. But realize if that plan just goes to shit, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's yeah. It makes it a little bit more fun if you try to make sure you hit the good breweries. But if you're so stuck on it, all of a sudden you're that guy.
Yeah, the thing is too is you got to plan out, how many days are you doing this trip, right? Where are the top 3, top 5 breweries you wanna make sure you go to, and where are they in, relatively to where you're staying at? Can you walk there? Can you drive there again? And how many can you hit in a day? I mean,
Yeah,
are you gonna have, you know, 3 beers and
yeah,
you're done for the day, or are you gonna have tasters, or you have samples and just have 1 beer at each
yeah.
place and move on?
If you're Ubering,
Um,
if you're Ubering into an area, make it make sense.
yeah.
Make sure, like, try to hit three or four breweries in that area, instead of hitting one brewery. Yeah, just because you have the top five and they're on completely different sides of town doesn't mean you have to go one, two, three, four, five.
No. No, I mean, if you're taking a 3-day trip, right? Hit
Yeah,
1 day, hit 2 the next day, and 2 the next day.
yeah,
I mean, it's sometimes you just gotta go with the flow of it.
yeah. And
Um,
sometimes you go to that brewery that wasn't on your list because it just
yeah,
happens to be beside one.
and it
Um,
ends up being amazing.
yeah, we went to. Speaking of, when we went to New Holland,
Yeah,
We went to New Holland Brewery.
yeah.
We went to the place right beside it, and it was really good beer. And the dude had like some of the funniest names for his beers.
Was that our brewing? Our
I
brewing
believe
was
it
the name
was,
of it?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
believe that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I mean, that beer was great. And then some of, like, the little places we went to in Asheville, I still have a photo of the mural they had on the wall that said, "Drink yeast poop," right? 'Cause yeast byproduct or fermentation is alcohol. So,
Yeah,
essentially, you're drinking yeast shit.
urine liquid. There's no yeah, more. I think it's probably more yeast urine. But
Yeah, yeah.
oh, then also we had that one place that was basically just a shed. But then there was the outside area with they had horseshoes and cornhole
Well,
and
look at Hoof Hearted in Marengo, right?
yeah.
The actual, like, seating facility, they have maybe, I don't know, maybe 50 to 60 seats in there,
Hmm.
but the back side, where they have the patio, right, they have a quarter mile walking
Yeah,
around there.
yeah,
They have, like, these little gazebo things. You can just go
yep,
chill in.
yeah,
So it's not necessarily just the tasting room of the place that, you go to order your beer. What else do they have? They have all these other things that you can do there.
yeah,
Um, the other thing to pay attention to if you're in somewhere is, what beer-centric events are going on, right? There's beer festivals all over the country every weekend. If you wanted to go to a beer festival, you probably
but
could.
also sometimes be leery of that as well, because if you're wanting to go in and hit a lot of different breweries and really kind of be able to kind of experience the area, sometimes when there's a brew festival, it's it's hard to get anything. You might be able to go to three because the
Yeah,
line's so backed up.
yeah,
So if you want those bands and you want to be able to have a bunch of people that you can interact with and just a festival type thing, awesome. But on the other side, it just depends on what you want. So
yeah,
sometimes that beer festival is like, let's not go there that weekend.
yeah. No, I completely agree with that. If that's your thing, go for it. I mean, if you
Yeah,
just wanna go to as many breweries as you can in the shortest amount of time you can, probably wanna stay away from that weekend that you wanna go, or that week that you wanna go, or whatever it may be.
absolutely, absolutely. All right, so our next part of our that we want to get into is what are what are your top five locations of beer trips? And we can kind of be a little lax on that. So, like my birthday trip would be, I'd consider that a beer trip.
Yeah.
I mean, of
I
course,
mean, we went to a ton
we
of
had the guy
breweries.
beer trips that were specifically guy beer trips.
Yeah.
So,
All
what
right.
do you
What was
guys?
your second beer? You didn't say what your you didn't even say what your first
Okay,
beer was on stream.
my first beer was Bigger Dreams by Creature Comforts. This was a birthday present for me, by the way. Thanks, Neil.
Thanks,
Uh,
Neil. Hi, Neil. You're not
so
watching, but
yeah,
hi.
so he's probably not watching live, but he'll probably watch us. So thanks for the birthday present. Um, very grassy tasting. So if you like I tried to look to see if there was a specific hops on here so I could figure out what was going on with that. But if you like that Cascade type taste with a very plant type taste, very grassy, very flowery. It was hazy. I didn't really get a whole lot of juice taste out of it, but that's what that was. It was it was pretty. It was relatively light, so kind of refreshing. What do we got? 6.8 ABV on that. This is a little bit more of a big boy, and I kind of went this way on purpose. Double Chance by Wild Leap. Evidently,
There
their
you go.
biggest beer for them is Chance, and they doubled it up, and it's an 8%er. Um, I can definitely taste that there's a little bit more alcohol in this one.
They make some really good beer too. They have an ongoing series. Can't remember
Yeah,
the name of it, but I had it years ago. That it's very good.
but yeah, this is actually very very good beer. It's a bit it's got a bit of a kick to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean if you're sitting down, be careful when you get up. But it goes down pretty easy, but you can tell there's a little bit of alcohol to it.
Yeah.
Well,
So I actually just opened my second one. Haven't even poured it yet, but I actually mentioned this beer in last week's episode. So see that guy. That's Turbo Shandy from Hoppin' Frog. So this is going to be a very citrus forward beer. Very refreshing. Like I said last week's episode, it's almost like Sprite on steroids or 7-Up or any of the citrus sodas or pops that you're going to drink out there. Um, so let's give this guy a pour, see what it looks like. Here we go. We're gonna hold her up here. So this is not really like your typical shandy beer, right? So this is coming in about 7%, little high. I know we touched on summer beers last week, but this is a really good, just overall beer. It's refreshing. It's crisp. Little more kick to it though than a normal shandy that's maxing out probably around 5%. So props to Hop and Frog. They do several different beers in that series. Um, they have that one that's a citrus one. They have a grapefruit one. I think they have a margarita one as well. So
nice.
more lime forward. Really tasty though. Definitely get a lot of the lemon coming through on that. So that's a tasty beer.
that's, that's, that's a tasty burger. All right, so let's get into
for
it.
for those of you who don't know, our whole one person who's watching right now, Chad, that is from a movie, which is probably one of Bob's top 5 movies of all time, if not number one. Right? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it'd be top five.
Yeah,
Probably gonna go with Empire as number one.
that's not a movie though, is it? That's a series.
No, I'm sorry. Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. You said Empire. I'm like, that's a
Yeah, yeah.
series
I mean,
with Steve
well, I
Buscemi.
mean, okay. Yeah, at one point you could say Empire, and that you just
Just
knew that.
riding a bitch's back like Yoda, man.
Yeah.
That's a quote from another movie, Deadpool, by the way.
So, anyhow, all right. So let's hit it.
All right.
Top five cities for beer trips that you've been on. What do you got at number five?
I'll probably go with like so let's run through what we have been through together.
All
The
right.
cities we've been to together, right? So we have Grand Rapids
Mhm.
slash Kalamazoo.
Slash
We
Holland.
have what's that?
Slash Holland.
Slash Holland, yes. We have Dayton, Cincinnati area.
Yes.
We have Columbus. Then we have Nashville.
Yes.
Then we have Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cleveland.
Oh yeah, Cleveland for your birthday. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Cleveland. Um, so what is that? Is that five? I wasn't even keeping count.
Neither was I.
Yeah, so I think that's five right there.
Okay.
Um, so
But
if we're just sticking,
you
are
can
we just sticking to those? Or are we going with
well,
other ones?
you can circulate any place where you've been in. I wouldn't say like so if you went there for work and you went to a couple of breweries while you were there for work, that doesn't count. But if you went there with friends, I know you've gone a couple of different places. I haven't with some of your friends. Um, so by all means, you can count those.
Okay. All right. Number five. I'm gonna go Dayton, Cincinnati on this.
Interesting enough, that's exactly where I was going at number five as well. Um,
Lot of very good breweries.
yes.
A lot of mediocre breweries.
So,
Mediocre at best, I would say, that
well,
we hit
yeah,
early.
and I think that that was early on, and I think that we
That was our
probably,
second trip.
yeah, we probably didn't plan as well as we should have on that.
No, because
Uh,
we thought we were going somewhere else initially,
yeah,
right?
matter of fact, I mean that was very much spur of the moment. It ended up being a really good time, um, but yeah, we went and Dayton has some very good breweries there, but a good portion are mediocre.
Yeah. Let's
And
hit like top two breweries in Dayton. You would say.
uh, you got to go Branch and Bone number one, and then I'd go Toxic number two.
Okay. I think I'm the same there. Branch and Bone makes amazing hazy IPAs. Um,
Well, they make amazing everything, dude. They do a little bit of everything.
you can get that a lot more down there. I don't really get that up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah, I don't have as much exposure to it as you do. Like I've
Yeah,
been there.
I mean,
I've had some of their
their
beers.
head brewery is just very creative.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
I
different
think
stuff.
I'm on the same boat as you, but I want to give like an honorable mention to Warped Wing just because their space is super cool.
It's super cool, but I mean, and that's all Warp Wing. Warp Wings is open multiple locations,
Yeah,
but Warp Wings beer is above average.
yeah, yeah. That's where I would put it too. The
They
reason
have
I
every once in a while they have a couple beers that come out of there that are really freaking good, but overall they're above average.
yeah,
Um,
and like to be honest, for me, Toxic is kind of in the same boat there, but the atmosphere at Toxic is just super cool.
I like Toxic beer.
It's good to me. It's not
I mean,
great.
Branch and Bone is far ahead of everybody else in
Yeah,
Dayton, without a
yeah.
doubt. In my
I
mind,
I, I
there's no
agree
one
with that.
there. There's no one in that area that's even close. Um, trying to think if there's. I mean, I can't think of anybody really close. There's some interesting places there that I've been to that I know we didn't go on the trip, but lighter than air. I'm thinking.
Hmm.
You probably would have loved that place because it's owned by like people who used to work at I think they used to work at Right Pat. One's a
Wait, didn't we go there?
did we go there? One's a
Not on
tool.
that trip. We went there a different time. Just remember
Okay,
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah,
went to
yeah, 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 yeah,
Springfield and we
yeah.
went
One's
to
one's a tool maker and one was an engineer.
Old Mother Hubbard's, I mean Mother Stewart's brewery.
Oh no, that's Springfield.
I know, but I think that's the same trip of like you and I, just you and I went because we
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
Yellow Springs and then we kept going like more
yeah,
towards your house.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yellow Springs. I mean, Yellow Springs Brewery is amazing.
Oh,
Uh,
what Devil Wind? Wasn't that a place we went to?
yeah, I, I love the fact Devil Wind is it's named after a tornado that hit Xenia that basically wiped the damn place out. But every time I think of it, it makes me think of like someone who passed gas and it was really bad.
And you
Man,
light it on fire.
you got the devil's wind in you.
It's one of the ones you got to light, man. That Devil Wind just comes out as fire.
yeah. um, yes. So yeah, we went to yeah. I think you're right. We I don't even know what the hell we were doing. That was just like yeah.
We just took a day trip.
We just met up. You were like,
We
did
literally just took a day
were
trip.
you
We're like, hey,
bringing
let's meet
you
somewhere and
bring,
just have beer.
like were you bringing me a Wii or something? Like you bought a Wii for the kids and you're bringing it down?
Hell, I don't remember, dude.
I think you
We
did, dude. Like I couldn't find a Wii down here, but you got one, and you're like, "Oh, I bought two, and one's for me, and the kids can have the other one."
I can't remember
And
what happened yesterday anymore. So you
and,
expect me to remember years ago?
and then we originally were gonna meet in Dayton, but like you got off to a late start, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just keep on driving."
Yeah,
And then we ended up meeting up in Springfield, and then coming and then driving back this way.
yeah, yeah. We're we just got super off topic, everybody. So
Yeah.
sorry about that, but
that
anyway, I mean,
that was not a beer trip, but it kind of ended up being almost one.
yeah, I mean, hell, we went to what Mother Stewart's.
Mother
We went to
Stewart's.
Yellow Springs.
Yeah.
We went to Devil Wind.
Yeah.
And then we went to maybe one or two other
I
places.
think we
I
went
can't
to
remember.
lighter than air.
Yeah, yeah, lighter than air.
We might have went to Branch and Bone.
See, I don't know if we made it all the way down to the Dayton area or not. Is that on
Lighter,
north side of Dayton?
lighter than air is definitely in Dayton.
That was like just like northeast of Dayton. But I don't know. I don't remember. Whatever. Is what we got so off topic there, but it doesn't matter.
All right. So
Um
Dayton.
anyway,
Dayton.
Dayton. Okay. So
And
let's
been a
go with
couple
Cincy now.
breweries. There's been a couple breweries in Cincinnati since then that might have kicked that up a bit. Third Eye, for instance. Um,
Great.
but
Great beer, great atmosphere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it just phenomenal. Then they also opened a one up in Hamilton that's a good atmosphere as well.
Wait, what'd you say?
They opened a brewery in Hamilton for Third Eye as
Where?
well. Hamilton, Hamilton,
No,
Hamilton,
no, no, no. You gotta say it right.
Hamilton.
There you go.
They
Gotta get
they,
that exclamation
they
point.
took the exclamation point off, by the way,
Oh, that's bullshit.
now.
So
So
for anybody that doesn't know, the town of Hamilton, Ohio, originally it was Hamilton exclamation point.
I don't know that it wasn't originally that way. It was at some point the city council of Hamilton got together and thought, how can we make our place seem more appealing, or how can we make our more notable and bring in more tourists to the Hamilton area? Let's let's put an
Let's call it Hamilton exclamation.
let's put an explanation point. So it was only, I think that was something that was in the 90s and early 2000s.
Okay.
And then they took it off.
Well,
So
that's stupid. They should have left it.
in your opinion, it was a hell of an idea, huh?
That was great, man.
So no, but now Hamilton is the county seat of Butler County, which I live in. So when I go vote, I got to go to Hamilton.
It's not far though. I mean, Hamilton's
No,
only
no,
a few miles away.
yeah. So anyhow, they did put a third eye in Hamilton,
Cool.
and
That's closer than what the other one's Sharonville?
yeah, they're
Okay.
both they're both super close to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm about almost midway between the two.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
So
so
let's move to Cincy now.
way off base.
Well, yeah. Who cares?
All right,
Anyway, yeah, Cincy.
since
Top couple breweries.
we went to Nine Giant, which I thought at the time Nine Giant was really good. We went to did we go to Street Side?
We did not. I've never been to Streetside.
See, there's a problem. I mean, the best we didn't do our research because one of the
I
best
don't
breweries in
I
Cincinnati
don't even
is.
know if Streetside was around when we did that.
Yeah, it was around. We just didn't want. We probably just want to go that far east. But it's not that far away from. It's the place in Norwood. All of a sudden,
Listerman?
yeah, it's not that far from Listerman's. We definitely went to Listerman's.
That wasn't on the trip though. We did not go to Listerman.
Well, yeah, we did, didn't we?
No. That was a different time we went to Listerman. Because that was just you and I. Pat
How the,
wasn't there.
how the hell did we not? What the hell breweries did we go to?
We went to a ton and we hit basically every brewery in Dayton that was around at that time.
Well, where did we go to in Cincinnati?
We went to OTR, so we did Taft's, we did
Right.
Rheingeist, we did Nine Giant. Dude, I can't even remember ever where we went. Because remember the one, what was that? Something Star in Dayton.
There is Lucky Star and Star City Brewing.
Okay. I think
And
it was Star. Wait, which one was the one? Sorry, I don't know any other way to put this. Which one was the one that had like the drag shows? Was that Star City or was that Lucky Star?
there is not a drag show while we were there.
No, but they had like posters and stuff up for that.
That might have been Lucky Star.
Okay. So Star City was
Lucky Star is a cantina, and it was more. It's like Mexican food there, and they had like more lighter beers and Mexican lagers,
okay.
and then Star
Star
City
City was the one that was like
had all
almost
those
in
had
like a
that room.
catacomb basement.
Yeah, they had that room with all the games in it.
Yeah, in the when you had like an interview call in the middle of it,
No,
we
I was
kept
getting I
digging
was
with
getting
you.
I was getting a job offer for a contract job,
We
and you
kept
guys
shooting
are
you with rubber bands.
shooting at me with rubber bands, and then someone came in and farted on me.
That was Pat.
I was gonna say it was.
I will, because it wasn't me. No, that was the one where Pat bet me I couldn't like kick the ceiling in there because that ceiling was super low.
Did you kick a ceiling?
Yeah, the ceiling was like 2 inches above my head. You don't remember that?
You can't kick above my head.
Well, back then I could, not anymore. Yeah, Pat bet me a beer I couldn't kick the
I
ceiling.
don't think you could kick to your chin now.
Probably not. But I think that was like right after I was doing freaking like all the crazy workouts and stuff. So I was super flexible then.
All right.
I was probably 10 years younger, maybe.
It was
Not
a
quite
while.
10.
Yeah.
It was several years ago.
Yeah, and I think you're probably at least 50 to 60 pounds lighter at that point.
More than that. Let's put it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're getting way off topic again. Anyway, Cincinnati top 2.
Yeah, Cincinnati. So top 2 breweries in Cincinnati.
that we went to on our trip.
I can't. Well, we can't even remember what breweries we went to when we went in Cincinnati. I
All
mean,
right, top two right now.
right now I would go with Third Eye and God damn it! I just fucking went brain dead. What's the place you've never went to that I said that we didn't go? Street Side.
Yeah, Street Side. I've never been there.
Street Side and Third Eye. And Third Eye wasn't around at the time. And Street Side somehow we didn't go to. Which is a travesty.
I've had a lot of Street Side beers, but I've never been there.
Yeah. You've had the
So
John
when we come down in August, we're gonna go there.
Well, oh, and you know what? I didn't even put in Fable, but Fable's Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, we didn't. Again, we didn't go there. And
So,
that's
well,
newer.
it didn't exist until like what 3 years ago. But
I don't even know
Fable
what's that recent.
it is an incredible atmosphere. The atmosphere is like a Fable, like you're going into a Fable.
Yeah.
Um, and they have meads, and they have IPAs, and they have sours, and they have. I mean, they do all, and everything is kind of over the top.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna leave this to a vote right now. I'm gonna open another beer. So we got fine Corinthian leather nachos from Hoof Hearted. We've got the tailpiping from Hoof Hearted, and we've got the Fathead Stumbleberry, all Ohio breweries. Fatheads, that's towards Cleveland area. Hoof Hearted, that's Marengo, a little north of Columbus area.
And
So
also in Columbus.
yeah, there's one on Fifth Avenue in Columbus now. So anybody who's watching, go ahead and put in the chat there what your vote is. And Bob, which one do you vote for?
I'm gonna go with fine Corinthian leather.
All right.
That sounds super cool. I'm not even. I'm on the chat, and somehow I'm not seeing any chat.
Are you on the Riverside chat or are you on the YouTube chat?
Riverside chat.
Yeah. So the YouTube chat is where we have some comments there, but not the Riverside chat.
Okay.
So yeah. So I can see those. I don't know if you can see them or
I do not see them.
not. Yeah. So I just have chats from Chad right now. Chad is our number one fan right now. He has 3 comments.
Thanks for your support, Chad.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, Chad says go with the fatheads. Bob says go with the fine Corinthian leather. Who else is in here? I don't even know. I can't see here who is in here, but third person or second person that's on the stream.
I need to see what I'm doing.
We need a vote.
That might have been me because I went onto YouTube for a second, and then I was getting all sorts of weird feedback.
That would do it.
So I dropped out.
All right, I'm gonna go with the fine Corinthian leather just because it sounds cool.
Yeah.
So this is a double IPA. We got dry hopped with Citra, anchovy, super Sauvin, cryo Nelson Sauvin, and Rawaka Sub-Zero hop keef. That's a way different hop bill than the last one they brewed of this. We're coming in at 8.3%. So yeah, if you watch our last episode, before the stream started, I had an 11% beer. So I'm getting there. I'm gonna hit 8.3 now and see what happens.
We'll see. All right.
So
Well, that last beer you had, what was that? Was that like a
that was
4
a 7.
Oh, that was a 7?
Yeah, that
For a shandy?
turbo shandy. Yeah, it's a 7.
Damn.
That's what I said, dude. That stuff is high.
I was thinking the last one would have been like a bit of a like hydration.
Yeah, and then no, I had the hop slam.
No, no, no,
Before
no.
that,
I'm saying the turbo shandy. I was thinking that that was going to be lower ABV on that.
oh no, that turbo shandy is 7%. We talked about it last week.
All right.
That is,
Well,
yeah, it's so
they're not
smooth.
messing. They're not messing around with their shandy. They're saying,
No,
all right. Well, you didn't give us what we got. That looks pretty hazy.
yeah, it's super hazy.
Gotcha.
Can't
Yeah,
even
that
see
looks.
me through it. My head is covered by my beer mug.
Yep.
Speaking of beer mugs, all right, shout out. Um, this is
Yeah. I can't.
Uniontown Brewing.
Okay.
So Uniontown, this is their Oktoberfest glass that I got.
Wow.
So 2023, they have an Oktoberfest every year. They have a special menu for it. They normally have special glasses for it that you can purchase. Basically, you purchase the glass and you get a beer for free with it. So it's pretty cool.
All right. So where we going on number four? I think did you
Hmm.
go first on number five? Okay.
I didn't
I'm
even
gonna.
say the breweries in Cincinnati that I would say.
Well, you know what? It was so long ago. It's hard to remember all the breweries.
It wasn't.
I know we went.
Um,
I know we went to Rheingeist.
yes. So that's one that I would have to say is going to be in my top two, just
Yeah,
because the
Rhein.
place is so freaking cool.
It's so cool. It's so big. They have all kinds of stuff to do there. They have cornhole leagues there.
Inside,
Yeah,
inside the brewery. That's how
yeah.
big this place is.
When
What
we
did that used to be?
it was another brewery. It was a brewery from like um, pre um,
Prohibition.
yeah pre. It was a brewery from pre-prohibition that they opened. They My understanding is they bought that land and that area that in that building for next to nothing, and
Okay.
but they had to do a lot of work on it to get it up and going. But yeah, that building. There's multiple buildings in the downtown Cincinnati area that are because Cincinnati was the second. I'm sorry, eighth largest brewer in the world. In the world, pre-prohibition.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Cincinnati, Ohio, has the largest Oktoberfest in the world
Second.
outside of Munich, Germany.
Yeah, yeah, second largest. So that's
Yeah.
that's actually out of Hamburg, outside of Hamburg, it is the next largest.
Yeah.
So that's all the other German.
In the world.
Yeah,
So a
all the other
lot of,
German Oktoberfest, other than the main one, it's bigger than those.
yeah, a lot of German immigrants in Ohio in general, but Cincinnati specifically. If you ever get the chance to go to the OTR area, there are wild hops growing on the sides of buildings there to this day.
Yeah,
Um,
from where basically they just threw their what was left over from their brewery just out.
yeah, we're gonna take another aside real quick because a lot of people don't know this. So hops, um, they don't. It's not a vine. People think that hops are a vine, but it's actually called a bine with a B. And they grow in a spiral pattern upwards. Um, so New Zealand hops has been a big thing in the IPA world for the last, let's say, 10 years roughly. New Zealand hops spiral the opposite way since they're in the southern hemisphere. You always talk about the toilets spiraling the opposite way. Well, in reality,
Realize that.
the New Zealand hops spiral the opposite way as any northern hemisphere hops do.
Fun fact.
Yeah, sorry. I know too much about beer and hops and all of this.
Fun fun, fun fact
The
with Zach Andy.
fun facts with Zach. Should that be something we put into our episodes? Fun facts with Zach.
We could put fun facts in. Fun facts. Uh, and if someone wants to sponsor Fun Facts with Zach Andy, we'd be happy to do that.
Absolutely. Sponsoring fun facts. We'll give you a shout out all day.
Yes. Yeah. Uh,
Um,
so Anyhow,
So anyway, I would say on our trip, Rheingeist, I would pick number one, and then I would go with Nine Giant. Um,
maybe, because I don't think we went to anywhere better. We didn't go to Listerman's?
we did not go to Listerman on that trip. You and I only went to Listerman once when I was down there because
I know we were in OTR, so we definitely went to Taft, and Taft has actually been bought.
yeah.
They still make beer and they still distribute it, but they're not. There's not a tap room anymore for
I've
Taft.
never been a huge fan of Taft beer in general.
It's okay. It's mediocre to
Oh,
be
I
to
know where
below.
else we went. We went to the old Mad Tree.
Mad Tree, yes.
We
Mad
went to
Tree,
the old
Mad
one when it
Tree.
was like a fucking barn.
Yeah, Mad Tree now is so much cooler.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely so much cooler. Um, so now Cincinnati area, I would probably say this is just out of complete love for their beers. I would say Listerman.
So I mean, locally, it's kind of funny because people aren't as big on Listerman here local as people that are from other places.
Yeah,
Um,
it makes sense though.
yeah, I mean, if I were going now, completely street side and then third eye, then street side.
Yeah,
Top two.
I would go. I'm right there in the middle between. Well, I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Sonder, just because I'm talking about Sonder like 5 years ago, not Sonder
Yeah.
now.
Sonder, it's kind of. I mean, it's kind of interesting. They have that one that one series that they do that is the
The
milkshake
milkshake, right?
IPAs.
Yeah,
They hate to make those because they're a loss leader.
yeah. Well,
They they they're
the thing
so
is the
so
best
expensive to make those.
at Sonder they have like that window where you can order food, right?
Yeah.
Best chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life.
I mean, it has decent food there. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. Best
I
chicken
think
sandwich I've ever had was
I
at
think
Sonder.
I think some of the beer there can be good. I think a lot of the beer there is average.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm right there with you, but I got to give them an honorable mention, a shout out, just because
yeah.
that fucking chicken sandwich.
Did we go to Sonder on the trip?
No, I don't think so. What was the oh? What was the one that used to be? So it's Moeller now, Moeller Brew Barn now. What did that used to be?
Oh, River Brewing,
Riverside,
or
River Bend.
Rivertown Brewing,
Yeah, we went there.
because that's right around the damn corner from us.
Yeah, that's
And that's
we could
not
walk
Moeller.
there from your house.
That's not Moeller anymore either. I don't know if there's anything in that place. They have a hard time keeping anything in that place for some reason.
Really, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, it
Um,
seems like a decent location because it's right on a state highway that has decent. Um, but for some reason, I think the issue is the places that go in there haven't been great.
really, that sucks, dude. There, the food when it was Rivertown or Riverside or whatever the fuck it was, the food was really good.
Rivertown,
Yeah, Rivertown.
Moeller sucked, dude.
Did it? I didn't go there when it was Moeller.
I can't remember what the deal was, how it worked, but I didn't like. You had to order from the bar, and then you got a thing, and then they came to you. But it was so slow. The service sucked so bad, and the beer wasn't good.
Chad says he used to sell Rivertown. So Chad works for a distributor.
Yeah,
So he used to sell their beer when they were
yeah.
around. So let's get back on topic here. We're going over time.
Yeah, yeah. We're way off topic, dude. We haven't even made it to four yet, dude.
Yeah. So we're okay. 4. Go.
Four. I'm gonna go with Columbus.
Okay.
I like the breweries. Um, the accommodations
The
were
what?
less. The accommodations.
Oh, the accommodations fucking suck. That's my bad.
The accommodations weren't great. Um, we You know what? We ended up didn't we get a 5 rating on Verbo from the people
Oh
who
yeah, that was the Airbnb that I booked. They
Airbnb?
gave us
Yes,
a stayer rating. Yeah, they gave us a 5. Yeah,
yeah. But it was just not.
it
Was
wasn't
not.
ideal
It was not
for
ideal.
four
So,
guys.
so one of the other things that we might want to go back when you look at the group, I think at that point
Hey,
Zach was a struggling right out of college, had no damn money at all.
yeah,
You might want to, when you look at your group, you might want to look at where people are
financials.
financially. Yes. So you got people who are, I mean, if they're in their career and they're making decent money, they probably don't want to stay in a one
Dude,
bedroom.
I think I was
Apartment.
making like $14 an hour when we went on that trip.
Yeah, yeah, dude. And I mean, and that was like the cheapest trip we went on ever.
Oh, for sure, easily.
I
I think
can't.
we
I
probably
think
we
it was
may
like a
have bought more
was
beer though
it
on that
was it
trip.
like $100 each of them for each of us or something. It
Oh,
was like
I think it was $56 each,
I
and there were
mean,
four of us for a 3-day weekend.
yeah. um, yes, and nothing to say bad about the place. If it was just two of us, it probably been fine.
Yeah, definitely, because they had that big ass couch, they had
Yeah.
the bed, but other than that, there was not really anywhere to like sleep. But there were four of us, and Neil had fucking no dukes, so we have that line forever. I got fucking no dukes.
so, so I'm gonna put that at 4. I mean, I think we went to. I mean, we had a good time. Um, I went, almost dead, and we had someone else who
Pat,
went.
Pat went. Yeah, we had somebody that went. We had people getting in fights with others that happened after the night ended. That was just a wild trip overall.
Oh, that was not with others, not with people on the trip. It was people
No,
outside of the trip.
yeah, outside of the trip. Um,
It
so I have a
was
friend that lives in that area that decided to go out with us one night.
yes, it was a wild trip. It was a good time. Um,
And the thing about Columbus is that everything is so packed
close.
together
Yeah,
that you can go to 15 breweries and walk to all of them.
yeah, and I think we walked to a good portion of the breweries we went to. They were all walkable. The good thing about where you went, I mean, it was right there.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
don't know that we went to the best possible breweries in Columbus.
We
Uh,
we actually hit a lot of the really good ones. So we went to Hoof. We went to Seventh Son.
okay.
Um, we well, it's no longer around. But we went to the Ram. That's where Neil and I were playing chess, and he got pissed off at
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't think the Ram was good though.
Yeah, I mean their beer wasn't bad, but the place was
The
super
place was
cool
cool. The place
because
was
they had
cool.
like the bar area we were at had that kind of open air concept where
Yeah,
they had like the garage doors that open.
yeah,
We
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
sat there, had a beer, bullshitted.
I mean, you had Hoof that we went to.
That was the old one,
Although that where that Hoof was sort of like it was sort of like kind of bougie.
bougie. That
It was
area,
good. It was good beer, but like they're where they are now, and the merengue is
Marengo,
completely different vibe, and
merengue
the new place is a completely different vibe as
on
well.
Fifth. Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
new place. I haven't been to the new one on Fifth yet.
yeah.
Um,
I've been there a couple times. I stopped there when I'm picking up my son from Ohio State.
yeah. So the one on Fifth I haven't been to. The Marengo one I've been to several times. Speaking of, anybody that's watching, listening, will watch this later. Dragon Saddle Day, September 20th. Get your tickets. Shout out to Hoof Hearted. Um, amazing beer, amazing place. Check it out. Meringue.
Marengo.
Yes,
It should be
it's
Moringa, dude.
Marengo.
That sounds cooler.
Merengue, like the E with the apostrophe.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like you're dancing.
It's merengo.
Merengue.
Chad said merengue.
Merengue. There, that sounds like either a type of music or a dance.
No, 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 no. Merengue.
Dude, that's out in the middle of nowhere. They don't support that.
That
Although,
that's what he put in the chat. I'm just repeating what is in the
all right,
chat.
all right,
No personal feelings involved here.
no,
Okay, so
all right.
we're
So
gonna
that's
go.
my four. What's your four?
Okay, so number 4, I'm gonna go with Nashville.
Oh man, I thought Nashville was awesome, dude.
No,
You
it
have
was
the bearded iris. You got um, what's Southern Grist?
Southern Grist.
Southern Grist. Southern
Southern
Grist.
Grist. Shout out Worcester, Ohio. Head brewer of Southern Grist. At least when we were there, is from Worcester, Ohio.
Yeah, the funny thing is Southern Grist when we went there, they were like this little place in a strip mall, and they got like
Now they have what,
they
3
got like
locations?
three locations now,
Yeah.
and they got good food. It was funny when we went there because it was like we were talking.
LFG, man. LFG. The hat. You remember the hat that said
Yes, I
LFG?
remember. I remember trying to figure out what the hell it meant. And
Larry's fat girlfriend is what you kept saying.
no, I said love fat girls,
Oh yeah,
and they
somebody else
and
said
they
Larry's
and
fat
they
girlfriend.
and they absolutely love the fact that that phrase that they, they all laughed about that I said love fat girls.
It's
And
Let's Fucking Go, by the way.
yes,
People, this era of folks probably know what LFG means.
yeah, but for
But
some
back then, I mean, shit, that was what, 2018
yeah,
maybe, 2017. LFG was not a thing that a lot of people knew what it meant.
yeah,
Um, I mean, this damn near 10 years ago, right?
yeah,
How
yeah.
fast things changed.
Yeah,
Things changed.
so
Things
evidently
changed.
was it their head brewer or their owner that was it, that was his thing that he said, so they made a hat of it. It was an inside joke, but they were selling hats with it.
What was the so the other place we went to there? I lost my stickers.
Yeah,
You have them on your beer fridge. I
yeah,
don't know where my stickers went. It
I
was
have
like,
most of my beer fridge. There was that Yazoo, which was it was completely empty, and the dude gives us a tour of the whole place.
oh
And
yeah, yeah.
what
No,
do
no,
you
that wasn't Yazoo. That wasn't Yazoo. That was another place.
Czar
Yes, CZAAR, Czar.
Czar.
Yeah, that was the place. The dude was like, "Yo, we know people from Dayton." We're like, "Well, we live in Ohio." Um, that's where he's like, "Come on back. We're gonna give you a tour of the whole fucking place."
Yeah.
Oh, we just walk around, and then that was the
Yeah, I
really
mean, there was
cute
like
bartender that
nobody
worked there
there, and the
too.
dude just like, yeah, took us all around, showed us everything,
No,
and
Yazoo was cool. Um,
there was that tailgate. We ate there.
Tailgate was the place that had the live music. That
There
some
was
some
a couple
individuals.
places that had live music.
Well, where people really got down, you know, doing the white boy Dougie was at Tailgate. Bearded Iris is when people turned into Cornholio.
Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, Southern Grace is yeah, we're the LFG.
Yeah, Southern Grist was LFG. So yeah, that's gonna be mine. Is gonna be Nashville.
Oh man.
I would probably say the breweries there. Number 2, Southern Grist.
Yep.
Beer was amazing.
Yeah.
Number 1, Bearded Iris.
Yeah.
Um, Not just for the beer, for the environment, the architecture they had within this place. So behind the bar at Bearded Iris, something I can, well, Bob and I both appreciated. We talked about it for quite a while when we were there. So our father restored furniture, right? Like old furniture. Um, they had like this huge wooden kind of like not really a mantle, but it was like a whole wall piece behind the bar.
Yeah,
Um,
it went all the way to the ceiling, dude.
yeah, it was from the floor to the ceiling that they had just liquor bottles because they were a
It was
full
very
bar.
antique looking. I don't know if they made it or not, but it looked like
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
probably something
super
they
cool.
bought and restored.
Um, I have photos of it. I'll post those photos on our Instagram, maybe today or tomorrow, just so you guys can check them out. I'll also post some photos of Cornholio, maybe we'll see. We might have a video of Cornholio somewhere that
I'm
we can
sure
pull
you
out.
do. Yes.
I won't post any videos of the dancing.
Thank you.
Oh wait, was Nashville space?
Yes, it was.
Oh, space. Um,
That's not
so
right.
we were driving somewhere. I might move Nashville to 3.
Oh, man, I think I might even have Nashville at number 2, dude.
So the only thing that gives me negative about Nashville, right, was going to every single fucking hotel in Nashville trying to get back to our hotel.
That wasn't Nashville's fault. That was us being
That is
idiots.
totally Nashville's fault. How the fuck do you have 3 Hampton Inns in one city?
How the hell did we end up all the way out by Vandy?
I don't
And
know. We went to a fucking Vandy street party. We were there.
and
This is
like
a pop-up bar in the middle of the fucking street on
I'm like,
Vanderbilt's
Jack,
campus.
I can't anymore, and I don't even know what you did after. But then I went to 3 separate courtyards by Marriott. Was not
No,
was
no, no. That was the Hampton. We were
I
at a
went to
Hampton
three
Inn.
separate Hamptons.
Fucking well, we tried to go one before we got to Vandy's campus, right? So
Yeah,
we're literally walking past. We're like, "That's our hotel, right? It's a Hampton, right?" We go and try and swipe our card to get in the door, and it's just like beep beep beep, not working, not working.
so on the way back, I went to 2 other Hamptons, and somehow I got in. And I go to what we were on the 3rd or we were on the 5th floor. I can't
Oh
remember.
hell, don't ask me
Whatever
what
it
floor we
was,
were on. I can't remember.
we were like I think we were in like room 356, and I went to the 3rd floor, and the room stopped at 45. What the fuck? And then I went down. I think I went down to the. And I was like, I can't find my room. And they're like, dude, you're at the wrong one. It's like, and then I went to an. Then I kept on walking that way, and my phone died, so I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even
Oh, I
look at it.
remember that.
And so
Somehow you managed to get back to our hotel.
somehow I just kept on walking, and I made it back.
Well, you just left me. You're like,
You
I'm
know I
just
was
going
gonna
back.
leave. I
So
told you.
that was the night where like the other two we were with, I won't mention any names, you know who you
Yeah.
are. They there's a time difference between Ohio and Nashville, right? So it was only an hour, right?
Yeah, but that's just kind of how they roll. They're like, okay, well, I like let's
Well,
just.
it's 9 o'clock. We gotta go to bed.
It was like, well, it was like 10 o'clock, and it was like, okay,
No, it
we're
was fucking 9 o'clock, dude.
it's like 1 o'clock. I mean, because in Nashville they stay open at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
It was
but
like
it was literally 9 o'clock
yeah,
Nashville
so
time.
it ends up being 1 o'clock, and we're still out somewhere, and I'm like, don't even know where the hell we are, and I think we're by Vandy, and I'm
Yep,
like,
we were.
I can't do this anymore. I
Well,
gotta go.
we went to that beerhead place that had the fucking Woody car on the wall where all the taps were coming out of the car.
Oh, yeah, no, that was super
And
cool.
they had the giant mozzarella sticks. Remember those? They
Yeah,
were like mozzarella logs. I ordered them. I ate them. They were delicious.
I was thinking that was in Grand Rapids, dude. That was at.
No,
Hopcats.
no. Hopcat.
Hopcats were friggin' monsters.
No, those were the what are those? The fucking potatoes. Um,
Tater
tater
tots.
tots. They were giant tater tots.
All right.
Literally, yes. They were
All right.
the
So
tater
we
tot logs.
we are going so far off subject, and we are an hour and a half in, and my
Yeah,
eyesight. So anyhow, so I think we got to push
All
through,
right,
dude.
we're gonna stay on topic. All right, Nashville.
All right.
Stick with number 4. Go number
All
3.
right. Number three, I'm gonna go with the OG, Grand Rapids.
Good choice. All right, number 3
Grand
for me.
Rapids. I mean,
Top
by
breweries.
all
Go.
means, you got Founders, you
Yep.
got Bell's, you got New Holland that we all went to within that trip.
Yep. Except
Um,
for Neil.
yeah, he went to the other ones. I think he just didn't make it to New Holland.
He didn't make it to Holland at all. No.
And then we had the R
Moonshine.
Brewery that I thought was really good. Um, by all means, without a doubt, it had to be Bell's and Founders, though. I mean, when it's all like atmosphere, all kinds of stuff, it was just really cool breweries. Hopcats was good food there, but
They weren't even brewing their own beer at that time, so that was like,
but
up
really, I think without a doubt on the trip, it was Bell's and Founders, the top
Yep.
two.
I agree. Number
What,
3 for me. What's that?
I was gonna say, what do you got at three?
Yeah. Number 3 for me. Um, I'm probably gonna go with Columbus for number 3.
Okay, all right.
I lived in Columbus for almost 10 years. It's near and dear to my heart. Die hard Ohio State. 50% of my wardrobe is Ohio State things. So Bob and I talked about this the other day. You can't wear black on the street. Like 50% of my wardrobe is black. The other 50% is scarlet. So no, Columbus was amazing. It was a good time. We all had fun. Shut up, Valerie. Shut up, Chad. Sorry, they're in the chat saying that other place up north. Anyway, the breweries we went to were great. Um, we even hit some places that were just like food, right? That were really
Yeah,
good. So the
yeah.
Melt.
Then we had
Um,
that breakfast place. I think that was pretty cool. I didn't drink at it
oh, and
because
that's a
I was
brewery
not
too.
prepared to drink. I was not prepared to drink at that time, but it had
Yeah,
really good breakfast.
yeah. I mean, I can't even think of the name of it right now. But it's a brewery, but they do breakfast and lunch specials, and they have a brunch on the weekends that's just out of this world. They have super hearty pizzas that are just amazing.
Yeah,
Is it for something Forest?
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah. You're on the
It's in the Grandview area. It's still around.
yeah,
Um, I'm blanking right now, but
yeah. I mean, we've been to Columbus. We've been to Columbus a whole bunch of other times.
yeah.
Um,
And we went there. We went back there. Right? We
yeah, we
had dinner there one night with
yeah
everybody from
we've
Cincy.
been there for that. But the other time we went to that nostalgia.
Oh, dude, that place was amazing.
Yeah, I wish we'd have went to nostalgia on the trip, or I don't know if we know it existed
They
at that
weren't
point.
even open then
Yeah, it might
because
not have been. Like they
nostalgia
weren't.
was
Funny thing
something else.
is they weren't open when we went there.
Yeah, no, the dude literally opened for us. Like he's like, "You guys want beer? Come on in." And then he just gave us free beer and gave us a tour of the brewery. Such a cool fucking brewery, right?
Yeah,
They
it was so
like
cool.
nostalgia as in a video game nerd myself, right? Who's
Yeah,
been playing video
yeah,
games since the day he came
and
out of the womb.
all his handles were like video games.
Yeah, he
They're
just got all the fucking Pac-Man characters
and
as his tap handle.
Mario and Pac-Man and
The entire backsplash of the bar is Mario.
yeah,
That place was so cool. I
it
want
was
to
so
go back
cool. Yeah,
there.
that
We
would have
need to
been a
go back there when we're like somewhat sober and just talk to dude because
oh
that dude
I
was
thought
so
we
fucking
were
cool.
Yeah, we were okay. I mean, he was super cool. Yeah, yeah. We need to go
I
back there when we can actually give the dude money.
yeah, because he
Yeah.
didn't want to charge us for anything.
Well, he
Like
had already closed everything up, so I just don't think he wanted to even bother with trying to take my money and
um
figure out how it worked.
oh, Valerie said, what was that one brewery in Columbus that used AI or whatever? Unfortunately, that they used to be at the platform brewery space.
Oh,
Um
yeah.
I can't remember the name of what was there. That was where Chad and I actually played Halo there. So they had in their garage area. Um, yes, they closed. They are no longer open, which sucks.
Well,
Um,
we went there when platform was still there,
yeah.
and
So
platform was
another
still
brewery,
platform and not owned by another
yeah,
corporation.
another brewery took over after Platform shut down, and now that brewery shut down. But they literally used AI to create every one of their beer recipes in their garage, like the garage area of it. It was where they took deliveries and whatnot. They
Yeah,
had TVs set up with original Xboxes that you could just go play Halo.
that's
They had
pretty.
Halo tournaments.
Yeah.
This is right down my alley.
So Columbus is, I mean, Columbus is super cool, and again, I think that's an area that we've gone back multiple times, and we need
Yes,
to go. We need to go back again,
yes.
without a doubt.
So yeah, top breweries, Columbus area. Um, when we went on the trip, it's so hard because I love so many
Hell, it
breweries
might
around
have
here.
been Platform and what's that Wolf one?
Wolf's Ridge.
Wolf Ridge, and
Wolf's Ridge has amazing food.
Wolf Ridge was
Um,
good, and I remember. I mean, at that point, Platform was really freaking
that
good.
that was before the buyout.
Yeah.
That was back before the buyout. And platform's not really even around anymore, right?
Yeah, no, they don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
I don't even know if they even kept the. I can't even remember what the hell their big beer was. I mean, they basically bought them for the one IPA.
yes,
I
they had the
can't,
light switch.
but there was something
Can you
else
hear
I
me
can't.
still? I can't hear anything.
There was something that I bought that I would buy all the time as platform, and I can't remember what it was now. Just because it was like platform used to be, and then like it was bought, and then it went to
They were
crap.
never the same, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
never the same after
yeah,
that.
yeah. But at the time, it was Wolf Ridge and Platform were the two, I think, in my mind, were the two best breweries we went to.
yeah, I would say Wolf's Ridge is great, man. Their food is amazing. Their beer is good. They do a lot of experimental beers. Um, so I'm saying this completely out of
I
go.
forgot Hoof Hearted though.
Hoofhearted isn't really well. Species X, yes, that's the name of that one, the one that shut down that used AI to make all their beers. Sorry. Uh, so Hoofhearted, right? When we went there, they had the Marengo location
Yeah,
and they had the Short North location.
yeah.
So we went to the Short North one. Super cool vibe at that place, but very bougie because it was like on the bottom floor of an
I don't
apartment
well,
complex, and there's a
I
pool
don't,
out back.
yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go super cool vibe. Super cool vibe once I went to Marengo.
Marengo. Yeah.
Short North, there was a chick behind the bar, non-shaved armpits.
She just left them. She's
Uh,
actually so she was super cool. I've had several conversations with her at Marengo.
she might have been cool, but that day, she was kind of bitchy to us.
I think a lot of it had to do with it was so fucking busy in there that
Yeah,
day because the pool was open, the
and
people who lived at the complex kept coming and going,
yeah,
and yeah, a lot of it had to do with that, I think, at that point.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it wasn't
But
us.
I mean, it was slow to get a beer. Um, Overall attitude of the not even just her, but the wait staff there was sort of just.
Okay,
It
I'm
felt
gonna tell
very,
you
very uppity on that trip.
the coolest thing about that place when it was still around, they had fucking Bob Ross videos playing all the time when they were open. Just fucking painting happy little trees all day.
Yeah, some clouds,
That was the coolest fucking thing
some happy
about
little
that one.
clouds,
Happy little
little
fucking
trees.
trees.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, it's happy accidents. You just gotta paint some happy trees.
So what are we on now? 2.
I think we're going to 2 now.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm going with Nashville's number 2.
All right.
I really liked Nashville. I mean, outside the fact that I had a little problem getting home one night, but I mean, overall, I really liked the
You had a little
brewery.
problem. You had a little problem. Uh, when I was alone. This was when there was a serial murderer
Well,
roaming
I was
around
alone
Nashville.
too. I was alone too, dude, and my phone died.
My phone died when I was walking back too. I just happened to see like, oh, there's a fountain. I remember walking past that earlier.
So we did that, and then the next morning, and then we went to that. We ended up
Biscuit
meeting.
Love or whatever it was.
Well, we didn't go
We
to
went to the
Biscuit Love.
Irish pub.
We met him at the Irish bar,
Yeah,
and
to
we had
watch
some
soccer.
beers there and played a
Football.
little foos. And yeah, I just thought that was a good time.
It was.
Overall, a lot of live music at a lot of the
Yeah.
places that we went. Didn't we end up going to Tim McGraw's bar
Um
after like the other two dudes went to sleep?
no, it wasn't Tim McGraw. What's the dude that's married to Gwen Stefani now?
Oh,
He was on that
yeah, he was on
show,
the
The Voice.
Voice.
I can't even.
Shit,
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Valerie.
we went. We
Yeah, we
went.
went to his bar, rooftop bar,
Yeah,
super cool view of downtown Nashville.
yeah. I mean, it was just overall. I thought the whole thing was kind of cool. There was like all those murals all throughout town. You had
Yeah.
Willie Nelson, and it just I just like Nash. I think
Like
Nashville.
walking by the Grand Ole Opry, like
Yeah, just,
that's
Nashville's just.
such a
I think
cool experience.
Yeah, just Nashville is. I just think it's just really. Then there were so many different bachelorette parties there. Of course, everywhere we went, there was a lot of bachelorette parties. But
I'll never forget the bachelorette party at the Bob in Grand Rapids.
oh yeah, and like, Sylvie, and they're like all like,
Yeah. Hey, so they have a list of like things you have to do for the bachelorette party. One of them was to take a photo with a bald guy. Everybody's snapping photos with Bob like he's an Instagram celebrity or something.
and everyone was like, it's shaved. And I mean, it has some, but like I mean, there's pretty empty right in here. I mean, there's something in there, but yeah, yeah, but it's shaved.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I'm gonna go number. What do you got over number 2?
Okay. So my number 2 is kind of off of. It's not a beer trip we went
All right.
on. This is something different. I went to visit some friends here and went to a ton of breweries in the area. Chicago.
Chicago's super cool, dude. I
Yeah.
went to a couple different breweries. I've been to a couple different breweries in Chicago, but I don't think I went to the best breweries in Chicago. So, I mean, would you go to? Did you hit Pipeworks and?
So no, Pipeworks. This was shortly after COVID, right? So Pipeworks tap room was so closed down.
Okay.
Didn't even get to go there. Just every brewery I went to when I was in Chicago, everybody is super friendly,
Mm,
super cool. Just wants you to try their beer. They're not they're not like super forward as far as like, oh, we're great at this style or we're great at this style. We just have good beer. Try it and see what you think. Try anything you want. We're gonna give you samples of everything you want.
yeah.
But one of my favorite breweries I've been to was Old Irving Brewery in Chicago. Amazing beer. Um, Super cool vibe. People were cool. Everybody that was there was cool. Beer was amazing. And side note, I got to try Slipknot's whiskey there.
Okay.
So yeah, they had Slipknot's whiskey, so I got to try that there. Um, so many good breweries in Chicago, and even outside of Chicago, right? You have Three Floyds, you have 18th Street.
Mm.
Um, I
Oh, did
went
you
to
go to
eight.
18th Street?
Yeah, that's where I got a ton of beer to bring
Yeah,
home from 18th Street.
I love that place, dude.
Oh,
I mean, I've
it's
never been there. Um, I've been to Three Floyds at the time. I was starstruck by it, but
yeah,
now that I've been to so many other breweries, I kind of think Three Floyds is sort of. I don't really like it that much, quite frankly.
yeah. I mean, Three Floyds still pops out good beers here and there, but I
Well,
think
here's the thing. Here's the thing about going to Three Floyds. Going to Three Floyds.
yeah,
If you want to get a flight, you have to get a flight that's off the menu. You can't say I want these beers on my flight. They have preset flights on the menu,
mm,
and you can't. They won't deviate off of that. And
that
then they're
sucks.
just kind of dicks like that overall. Like
Mm,
even like with like distributing their beers, like they won't distribute it to places unless you 100% promise that you won't put their stuff in a they don't want their stuff to go in a growler.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
they're just kind of they're. I mean, and I understand they're just control freaks.
I get it. I get it.
So
I mean, I didn't get to go to Three Floyds because their tap room was closed because again after COVID.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But 18th Street was open. Um, 18th Street was fantastic.
yeah.
Food was amazing,
Hmm.
and the prices you paid for the food were extremely reasonable.
Yeah,
I got a case of beer, craft beer, 6 4 packs for like $28.
that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. All right, we're we're approaching 2 hours, man.
I
Number
know, I
one,
know.
number one. We got with number one.
You got to go first. You've been going
Oh,
first
it's
every
my
time.
turn. Number one's Asheville. I don't even have to think twice about it. Number one, that trip that we went on. You brought a friend. Neil brought a
Yeah,
friend. It was a little bit bigger. When we had the after hours of like you and I, touting around to more. We had an extra person with us. We had
yeah.
we had we had we had the people we met on the street that I think roofied me. Or
Hey,
gave me.
I have two friends that have been roofied at a brewery before, so
Well, remember we just met
yeah,
them on the
talking to you.
street, and they're like, "Here's this purple drink or whatever it was." I don't even know, but it's like, oh, and then they're like, "Remember,
Oh
uh,
yeah, there was no way in hell I was drinking that shit.
you met the homeless dude who was a veteran that you brought into
Oh yeah, I bought him a beer.
you
That was
bought
the
you
monk,
bought him
something monk.
you bought him food and a beer and
Dude,
it's,
I was like, if you're a veteran for our country and you're living on the
oh,
street, you deserve shit.
that just added to the experience, dude. It's like you found some. It's like, where'd you find this homeless veteran dude? And like all of a sudden he was just with you, and like you had this like long conversation with him, and it was just.
Dude,
It,
how am I not gonna talk to a dude who
no,
served
no,
our
no, no.
country?
As I said, that just added to the experience of the
It
fact.
did. It absolutely did.
And then as I said, you got Sierra Nevada, which is just the coolest. As not as I said, you got Burial, which
Burial's amazing.
is just
What was
amazing
the
beer.
Blue Ghost or something Ghost that we went to? I can't. But they had the hops growing outside.
Yeah, yeah, it was basically like a freaking shed.
Yeah, yeah. It was a garage, like a pole barn.
Yeah, but they had hops growing outside. They had pretty
That was
decent beer,
fantastic.
and they had the horseshoes and the cornhole outside, and
Wheaton Creek, French Broad River,
yeah,
just so many breweries.
yeah,
That's my number one, by the way, too.
yeah, yeah.
Is
It
that
was it was a phenomenal
White
time.
Labs?
White Labs. Yeah, White Labs was interesting because you would get like the same beer, but they had
Different yeast.
a different yeast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
you could get
completely
you would
different
have
flavor profile
you
just
would
from
have the
changing the
exact
yeast.
same recipe, but three different yeast, and they all taste different.
Yep.
So
Oh, by
it
the
was
way, I'm drinking the Stumbleberry now.
okay. All right, all right.
Terrible
So
pour.
without a
I
doubt,
want
yeah,
five.
yeah. Top two. I'm gonna go with Sierra Nevada because Sierra Nevada was just,
Just fucking
as I
cool.
said, it's just cool. And then I'm gonna go with Burial. Burial's cool. It was a little smaller, or definitely smaller, but it just the beer there was very very good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I have to go with Sierra Nevada just because
Yeah,
the place is just massive. It is a beer lover's paradise
yeah,
at this place. If you haven't been there, you just you
yeah,
don't understand.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
If you
also,
if you are not that far out of Asheville, if it is a reasonable trip for you to get there, without a doubt, and I believe the place is put back together again um, after the floods.
yeah,
But yeah, if you're anywhere in the Asheville area, it just overall the city's just a cool vibe.
yeah,
Uh, it's very I don't know. Do you want to call it hippie-ish? It's very artsy. It's you know it's funny because we have Yellow Springs here. And I always feel like like Asheville is Yellow Springs if Yellow Springs was three times bigger.
yeah, yeah. And there's cool family stuff to do there too, right? Like
Yeah.
what's that giant mansion there?
Oh, it's the Biltmore.
Yeah, the Biltmore.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
Biltmore.
necessarily condone the things that went on at the Biltmore as far as our president Abraham Lincoln that freed the people. There was a lot of that going on in the South during that period when the Biltmore was built.
Yeah,
But just to see the Biltmore, just to
yeah. I
drive
mean,
past it is an experience, let alone tour it. I know you've
yeah.
toured it.
That company made their money off of being a dairy.
Yeah,
So, so you can go there and do wine tastings. They still have ice cream there. Um, the Vanderbilts. There's doing a tour through that place is crazy. There's all kinds of hiking all around the Asheville area.
you're in the
Uh,
middle of the Appalachian Mountains, man.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
um,
We went, as I said, we went to Black Mountain and not too far off of Black Mountain. There was I mean, we climbed on top of this damn mountain and could see for miles everywhere. It was a hell. There's some really good hikes there. There's some that are easier, but there's some that get pretty hairy.
yeah,
It's not hiking the Rockies, but it's definitely you got to be in decent shape.
yeah, and just like being able to stay in Asheville a little bit outside of town,
Yeah,
and
we saw Burial, and then there was a place that was right down the street that I don't even think exists anymore. That was
the
really good.
the brewery that was right down the street from our Airbnb.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that place was super cool. I have a sticker from there, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But our Airbnb we had when we were there,
It
right?
was
So it
so
was
good.
4 stories.
Yeah.
Um, had a garage, had an elevator in like the condo, right? So we could just take the elevator instead of walking upstairs. Um, we could go out on the patio of this on the top floor and see all of downtown.
Hmm.
What's that called? South Slope?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see all of South Slope. So we could see like 7 breweries from the patio of our Airbnb. So I mean, we could see Burial, we could see Green Man, we could see Asheville Brewing Company, we could see Highwire, just all of these huge name breweries that you know we were literally that close to that we could just walk to.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It
yeah,
was,
that Asheville is easily my number one.
and I and that was a little bit further in, and so at that point, I think we learned a lot, and it was planned out a little bit better, and we were able to go to several breweries, and we were positioned in a good place that we were able to hit a lot of them, and then we were able to do the trip where we went to Sierra Nevada, and and be able to hit just a bunch on the way back,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
yeah, so um, there was just we just did better planning on that one, um, and and I got to give myself on the pat on the back because I ended up taking that over at the last minute,
You did.
and did a lot of research and a lot of planning, and ended up and I think I ended up planning one of the best ones.
Yeah.
I think Neil did a hell of a job when we went to Nashville, and I kind of was like, oh, you know what, he can't outdo me.
Yeah. So that's our top five, right?
Yeah.
So I want to give a special shout out to Seattle area. Um this would be easily number six, right? If we were going more than
Yeah.
that. Seattle area has some absolutely fantastic breweries, amazing views on the water, on the Pacific Ocean. I took a work trip there. Bob said work trips were exempt from this, so I couldn't include that.
Uh,
But
you were there a little longer than your typical work trip, but
yeah, I mean, I was there for 2 weeks, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
So I was more of a work trip that you're there for 3 days and you have to
yeah,
work all day, and you could be able to maybe hit a brewery for dinner at night. I don't think that really counts.
yeah. I mean, I went to several breweries when I was in the area. Um, so I would say I'm just gonna give my quick top two here before we finish up here because we're shooting on almost 2 hours
Yeah,
at this
we're
point.
way we're way into this. Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna say Cloudburst, amazing brewery, amazing beers, just good atmosphere, cool people that you can just have a conversation with. And I know this is not a brewery that is native to the Seattle area. They're actually out of Oregon, but they have a site in the Seattle area. Um, Great Notion. Just because the beer was off the charts. I have one in my fridge still right now. I'm waiting for a gathering of friends, family, things like that to open this one. It's a blueberry maple pancake stout,
That's crazy.
barrel aged. Um, it literally tastes like blueberry pancakes. It's insane. Um, but it was also $12 a can, so I only bought one can to bring back with me.
All right. All right. All right. Well, I believe that that is a wrap at this
Yeah,
point.
that was
I,
this is a
we
long one.
this
So
is a long one, guys, and thanks for holding on with us. I really appreciate anyone who's made it this long.
yeah, I
Uh,
appreciate everybody.
anyone
Chad,
who's
Valerie, Dan, thank you
yeah,
all for joining in on the conversation,
yeah,
hanging out with
anyone
us.
who even fast forward to the end of it, I appreciate you as well. Um, we got a little bit of ADHD on us. We chased a couple
we,
purple squirrels.
we see the squirrels and we go with it.
Yes. So anyhow,
So
that's
again,
we might make our way a couple times.
yeah. So follow, like, subscribe, all of those things. Check out our Instagram, Beers with Bros with a Z instead of an S on Instagram. We also have a TikTok going now that we'll have some shorts posted there. That's also Beers with Bros. Check us out on all your socials. We'll have a Facebook page going here shortly. Um, Thank you all for hanging out and spending some time with us. If you have any questions about beers, brewing, anything to do with the beer industry, drop those in our comments. we'll make sure we cover those in the next episode. Join our lives. Obviously, we cover a lot, especially today. We had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Um,
If you want to hear anything specifically, feel free to drop that in the comments as well.
yep, absolutely. Um, if you have ideas for an upcoming episode, we are open to that. We like to talk to our friends about beer. We're very beer centric. We drink a lot of beer. We don't get stupid when we drink beer, but we just enjoy it. I'm 17 beers away, by the way, from hitting 4,200. I just looked earlier.
I'll say congrats when you get those 17.
17 beers away from 4,200. It's proud. All right. Everybody, thank you again for hanging out with us, and we appreciate all of you.
Great
Like,
evening.
subscribe, check us out.
Yes.